Swedish girl, for your information, because you will talk a lot of this. She's 25. This year in Swedish nationals, she was second because Elin, our 15-year-old, the junior, she beat her in nationals. So this girl in nationals second only. Not winner in the nationals, but silver.
Van, mert a Brigi az szerintem főágon ment be, bement főágon. Nyilván fogjuk jövőre. Kapott már? Nem kapott vele sem. Azért akkor én szerintem nem. Nem tudom, hogy a Henry az már kikapott. Jó, oké, tehát 3 adat. Ez már vertem, igen. тези 4 извънредни състезателни дни България спечели 22 медала, 6 сребърни, 13 бронзови отличия за българския национален отбор. Първите два дни състезанията бяха за юноши, дебути и младежи, лява и дясна ръка, младежи до 21 години. Следващите два дни състезанието превзеха и състезателните хора с увреждания, жени и ветерани, където България отново имаше своите герои. Особено вчера, когато българския отбор заслужи 15 отличия, 12 за хора с увреждания, 3 на адрес на ветераните. Лъчезар Савчев вчера стана световен шампион. При ветераните Владът Хаджиева спечели бронз, както и Даниела Йовчева. Сега наред са битките, бих казал, кулминацията на това световно първенство.
We are starting out in the senior men's 55, the men's 55 kilo division. Coming to the table, representing Kazakhstan, Medit Urazbekov. And up against him, representing Georgia, Ivani Pogosiani.
And we are up and running with the World Championship semi-final starting in the 55 division. The arm wrestling today has been absolutely unbelievable all the way through. We are down to 3 people in each category. We have the 2 semi-finalists, each having suffered a loss in the qualifiers, and there is one person waiting for the winner of this match in the final. Urazbekov of Kazakhstan to the right, or Pogosiani of Georgia. These are great, great arm wrestling nations. And just seeing them up against each other at the table, there's so much prestige, there's so much against them. We have Bayram Kulov of Russia waiting for one of them in the final. And there's a start. And it is a win for Pogosiani.
Ivani Pogosiani goes through to the final. Pogosiani through to the final. We are on to the women's 50 kilos. The women's 50 kilos. Coming to the table, representing Russia, Milyausha Gimranova. And against her, the Slovak superstar of women's arm wrestling, Snezana Babayeva.
Gimranova and Babayeva in the semifinals, and that is because the Turkish wonder Ezra Kiraz is already undefeated in the final. She took out Babayeva in the qualifiers, putting her into the B pool, having to qualify into this. And that is something that Babayeva has a deep emotional need to remedy. And Gimranova has the unfortunate turn of events of having to try and stand in Babayeva's way here. There's the call for the referee's grip. And the referee asks them how they want their thumbs placed. You're not allowed to move anything over tabletop. And it's in over the middle of the table. Mid-table. Thumbs down there. Fingers down there. And stops mid-table. And it is a pin. It is a pin for Babayeva. Snezana Babayeva through to the final. And we are on to the men's 60 kilos. The men's 60 kilos. Coming to the table, representing Russia, Roman Tserekaev. And up against him, representing Ukraine, Alexander Balandin. In the 60, we have Imeda Chinchaurauli waiting in the final for one of these. And the categories have been immense through the days. We have many of the categories with 30 plus contestants, the very best in their nations and continents altogether. And we've had some categories where literally it's been a coin in the air because there's been so many that could win it, who can win it, and the level of arm wrestling is just beyond belief coming in to the World Championships. Obviously being undefeated through to the final is a huge advantage. And that's not an advantage that is sort of won by luck. It's earned by simply refusing to be beat during the qualifiers. In again, and it's in the referee's grip, closing down, thumbs down. There's the finger down. There's the other fingers down. And there's a foul for Balandin moving in the referee's grip. A foul for Balandin moving in the referee's grip. Back up again. And referee reminding Balandin that he has a foul, fingers closed down there. This time it's a foul for Tserekaev moving in the referee's grip. Tserekaev moving in the referee's grip. So there's a foul each. Here we go again, setting them into the table. Oh! And it's a second foul for Balandin, avoiding the grip, pulling out. Roman Tserekaev through to the final. Tserekaev through to the final. We are on to the 55 ladies. The ladies in the 55. Coming to the table, representing Kazakhstan, Aigarim Karamanova. And against her, representing Bulgaria, Dimitrina Dimitrova. Karamanova and Dimitrova in the 55. And we have Tatiana Verina waiting for one of them in the final. She's undefeated through here, and Karamanova stands to make it an all-Kazakh final, which, when you have that happen, in the open division. It is an incredible signal and sign of dominance in the category. If you get both your athletes, you're only allowed 2 athletes from one nation in the category, and if you get those 2 into the final, that is a success just beyond description for an arm wrestling nation. Quick hit from Dimitrova, and she's given an elbow foul as her elbow comes off in the hit. Back up again. And we have a slip out to the straps. And you see Karamanova just waiting, and they are just so relaxed waiting for this, and you'll just see the focus and intensity go up as the straps are completed and they start loading up, finding their angles for the start again. These seconds beforehand, it is really a trick of the trade to try and conserve energy while the straps are being applied. Rip up again, and you see Karamanova pistoling forward with her hand there. So going to be a, oh, and look at that strength in the straps, and it is Karamanova. I get him, Karamanova, through to the final. We are on to the men's 65. The men's 65 kilo. To the table, representing Russia, Irbek Hubayev. Up against him, representing Kazakhstan, Vali Farajov. Well, Karamanova in the last semi-final made it an all-Kazakh final by defeating Dimitrova and joining Verina in the final at the final table later on this evening. And Hubayev has the opportunity to do the same thing. He has Oleg Cherkasov waiting in the final. Farajov, however, is right there in his way, wanting to stop that. Kazakh team overall has looked incredible this year. Shoulder squared into the table. And it's the straps out, and Farajov, to be honest, had the upper hand there. And Hubayev dominated, had his hand under and ran away from that, but not clearly enough to make it intentional. And before the referees award a foul for a slip out, they want to be very, very sure that somebody was really running from it. See that situation again. And there's a slip out again, and Hubayev is really pulling out of it. He's lucky to get the straps there. So we're in the straps, and it's the referee's grip. Shoulders squared in. And it's a parallel pin. It's in the middle of the table. And there is a foul for Khubayev. Pulling out. And the reason that's not a pin is because it's not over to either side. It's not over to either side. It's just straight down to the middle of the table. And even though it is below the height of the pin pad, you need to be over on your side to make it a win. And they were just extending backwards, forcing themselves downwards towards the middle of the table. It was, however, Farajov's hand on top, so this is what it's all about. You've got to force your opponent's hand to where he doesn't want it to go, and one thing is down and the other is to the side. Straps down. Thumbs down, shoulders squared in. Fingers down there, fingers down there. And again, and again, and again. Was that an elbow foul come off? He's off at the back. And there is a foul for Karadjov. It's a coincidental foul. It's coincidental, both elbows outside the pads, and they are very evenly matched in strength, and they do prefer going inside, both of them. Lets them out for a moment. Looking for a bit of advice from the other side. And after a stop in the match, they have the right to have the straps reapplied. So here it goes again. Straps are on. Referee's grip to come down. And up again, up again. Elbow still on the back. And there it is, finally, a pin. Wally Farajov is through to the final. And we are on to the women's 60 kilo. We are on to the women's 60 kilos. Coming to the table, representing Sweden, Victoria Karlsson. And against her on home soil, representing Hungary, Henrietta Barzo. Barzo still in the under-21 juniors, up to the table, and having done very well in the seniors here up to the final against the 25-year-old Swede. Very much a schooled product of the Swedish arm wrestling. Started out as a talent and as schooled and trained, and she is an example of what the Swedish arm wrestling community can keep putting out. New arm wrestlers at this level all the time. Barzo obviously with a bit of wind in her back. And there's the referee's grip. Thumbs covered, both of them nod to their thumbs covered. Shoulders squared in. And it's in on the inside. It's deep on the inside. Victoria Karlsson on the offense. Henrietta Barjo ending up defending herself. And Barjo is told about her shoulder. Barjo is told about her shoulder in the dangerous position. Pushing down. And there is a foul for dangerous position for Barzo. Moving in with her shoulder across. And it is a dangerous thing to be there. We saw that in a few matches in the juniors as well. Is where when getting stuck, she'll be moving in with her shoulder. And the danger is actually a fracture right there. If you keep doing that, and it'll be quite correct for a referee to do that, because it is putting themselves at great risk, and it's really a technique that should be worked away. And there it is, Victoria Karlsson through to the final.
Victoria Karlsson through to the final. And we are on to the men's 70 kilos. The men's 70 kilos. To the table, representing Moldova, Daniel Prokopchuk. Up against him, representing Bulgaria, Valentin Gospodinov.
Valentin Gospodinov stepping up against Prokopchuk, the young Moldavian. Prokopchuk has proven immensely powerful. None of them, though, as powerful as Mindaugas Tarasaitis, waiting in the final for one of them undefeated. I didn't mention that in the ladies' 60s. We had Ekaterina Afonina of Russia waiting in the final. Gospodinov to the left. Prokopchuk, extremely strong arm wrestler. He hasn't dazzled us with technique over the last couple of years, though, but he has been so strong. And if any of them is going to have anything to say against Tarasaitis, it's going to have to be both strength and technique. Thumbs down. Inside they go, and Prokopchuk with no problem whatsoever, and he's seconded, is through to the final.
Daniel Prokopchuk through to the final. And we are on to the women's 65. The women's 65. Coming to the table, representing Kazakhstan, Olga Shlishevskaya. And against her, representing Slovakia, Lucia Debnarova.
Two power arm wrestlers in there. Debnarova, well known, well recognized. Shlishevskaya has been around the division for a while as well. By no means as long as Debnarova is really an established, well-known world athlete in arm wrestling. One would say she's slightly past her peak. She's been a little bit better a few years ago. but she is so strong. There's just no ignoring her, and Shleshevskaya has got her work cut out for her. Fia Racek, the reigning world champion, waiting in the final. Stopping mid-table, and Shleshevskaya is going to be fouled for that. There's a foul for Shleshevskaya. Could have given that to the elbow or to the intentional slip out, trying to get away from Debnarova's grip. Debnarova looking so strong as she takes a little walk around stage, coming back to the table. See that again, and you see Shleshevskaya pulling away from there. Debnarova pointing out the obvious. There's the Swedish master referee presiding at the table, Camilla Kättström, member of the World Federation's referee panel. And there's the call for the referee's grip. They don't agree, so there's the call for the referee's grip. And that means the referee gets to decide how the fingers go. Mid-table again, and this time Debnarova avoiding the grip. And there's very correctly a foul to her, so a foul for Debnarova and a foul for Shleshevskaya. One each then. More or less the same thing actually, they both avoiding grip, although Shleshevskaya did it by way of pulling her elbow out as well. Yep, if you don't try to arm wrestle and you're just trying to get out of the grip, that will get you a foul. And we're off again. And out come the straps. So we're both in referee's grip and in the straps. Shleshevskaya waiting by the table, and Debnarova taking a bit of extra time to chalk up, and there they are, back in at the table. Debnarova not very happy with how the straps are coming down. Now, that is not something really she gets a vote on, really. She does get to ask for the strap lowered on her arm, up or down, within reason. But as for placing the hands, especially in the referee's grip, that is entirely up to the referees. Fingers closed down, and there we go, mid-table, and look at the struggle there. Shleshevskaya powering over to her side, and that is a pin. Olga Shleshevskaya to the win. And we are on to the 75 kilo. We are on to the 75
Coming to the table, representing Kazakhstan, the King of Speed, Magzan Shamyev. And up against him, representing Georgia, Betkili Oniani. Oniani out of the junior division and up in the semifinal again, but he is up against a rocket of an arm wrestler, Magzan Shamyev. Is so quick. And when I say quick, I don't mean just reaction-wise. I mean there is everything at once in his hit. Krasovski's Vladislavs of Latvia is waiting for one of them in the final, undefeated. So obviously, Shamyev has taken a loss. So is Oniani. One of them gets to try again. Let's try and decide who. Straightening it out. Looking at Oniani. Not masking that he's intending to go inside in a way. I don't think Shamyev really minds going inside, to be honest, so it's going to be right inside. That's a warning for a false start. Oniani way in over the table. Bam! Into a hook, and there it is. Oh, it's going to be power from here. Shamyev working it. Oniani holding on. Oh, look at that. Just dead center. Right in the middle. There we are. And it becomes a waiting game. And don't believe there's no tension there. There's a lot of tension there. They're just waiting for a breath, waiting for a little opening in the other man's lock. And there, believe me, there are no openings known to man in any of these locks. It's just going to have to be power all the way through. Oniani hits once, twice. Shamyev tries. Oniani tries. Taking turns at hitting. Right in the middle. I'd say that's as deadlocked in the middle of a deep hook match as you could possibly be. Somebody, oh, there's Shamyev pulling in with his back. Oh, Shamyev's elbow comes off the pad. Oniani looking, or maybe it wasn't off. It did lift the pressure off, but it maybe kept the connection still. I don't want to see that again. There is an elbow. There it came off. I saw air in between. Shamyev fouled for that. One warning and one foul for Shamyev. One warning for false start. Oh, and this is such an even match. This is such incredible arm wrestling right there. Two arm wrestlers really loving the inside, stopping up, and that's really where moving back and forward, lifting the pressure off, but see him just lifting his elbow clear off the pad, repositioning in, and that is the foul. Oh, yep, there we go. And Oniani could, if he can just stand against the hit now, he is in an excellent position to just wait for another mistake from Shamyev. Shamyev has a warning for false start. All he needs is one more warning, one more little mistake, and he's gone. Oh, bam, right in there. Oniani hitting, Shamyev hitting. Second foul for Shamyev, and Oniani called the winner. And that is such a shame. But it was deadlocked in the middle, and it was forcibly decided by mistakes. Betkili Oniani to the 70 kilo, the women's 70 kilos. Up to the table, representing Hungary, Ivanfi Brigita. And up against her, representing Kazakhstan, Tatiana Trubina.
Brigita Ivanfi, the Masters arm wrestler now, or in the 70 kilo. Incredible hat, incredibly strong. And Trubina, I'm going to guess by the name that she is related to Dmitry Trubin. And if she is, then she is just genetically extremely strong. Gabriela Vasconcelos of Brazil, waiting undefeated in the final for one of them. And I'm not sure which one has the best shot at doing anything about the amazing Brazilian. As a warning for a false start for Ivanfi. A warning for a false start. Back in at the table. And there's the call for the referee's grip. There's the call for the referee's grip. The referee checking how they want their thumbs placed because they don't get to change that. It's a lot of pressure pulling a World Championship semi-final in front of a home crowd, and especially with the sort of performance that Ivanfi has behind her. I'm sure almost everybody's expecting. Close down, and there's an elbow foul for Ivanfi, and Ivanfi has an elbow foul and a warning now. Very clearly looking for a strap. Very clearly running away from the grip. And is still in the referee's grip. Fingers down. And it's again, and this time Ivanfi disciplines herself slightly. Still not trying to hold on very much, but gets the strap this time. Slightly more of a disguise.
It will work the body composition together with the top control. Yes.
And I will mention that there was.
Yep.
I spoke to your pen.
Perfect.
So straps are on, referee's grip. There we are, close down, and there we go. Ooh, look at the power, and there's not
An expression on that face. Tatiana Trubina through to the final. We are on to the men's 80 kilo. The men's 80 kilo, representing Kazakhstan to the table, Alizan Muratov. And against him, representing Georgia, Zurab Tamberidze. And when you looking at the starting list earlier this morning before the qualifiers, there's just really no guessing in any category how things are going to go. There's just such an incredible amount of arm wrestlers in these categories that are at an unbelievable level, and it's just basically who's best on the day, and not only on the day, in that very moment, when you're at it, when the referee says go, and there are so many men in each category and women in each category who could really blink of an eye win a match against somebody who thought they were world champion material. Just looking for a grip again. Tavberidze looking for his high hook in there. Nice, big, comfortable grip for that. Straps come out. And I would say that Muratov bailed out of that, but obviously a little bit. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Tavberidze's wrist that gave way. Tavberidze's wrist gave way and slipped out. Oh, and that is so much power up towards those fingers by Muratov. Forces Tavberidze out of the inside, and Tavberidze just lets it go all the way and slips out, going for the straps. Squared in again. Oh, that power up towards the fingers from Muratov. And Tavberidze heading inside. Muratov working those fingers upwards. But Tavberidze has the straps to work with there. And there it is all the way down. And Tavberidze is through to the finals. Zurab Tavberidze goes through to the finals. And we are in the women's 80 kilo. We are in the women's 80 kilos. Coming to the table, representing Ukraine, Irina Roshashenka. And against her, representing Russia, Irina Makieva. And this must be the setup, the upset of the tournament this far. Well, there are many upsets to be honest. But Makieva not undefeated in the final. We have Oksana Pisminaya of Kazakhstan undefeated through there. And Makieva is going to have to take on Rozheshenka to get to the final. Not thinking she has a great deal of problem doing that, but she has taken a loss. And now, I didn't see every match in the qualifiers, and I am not sure how that evolved, but could have been sloppiness, fouls, or something of the sort. But fact remains, Irina Makieva has taken a loss in the qualifiers. There's the referee's grip.
Thumbs down. Fingers down. And bam, there's Makieva through to the final. Irina Makieva through to the final. We are on to the men's 85 kilo. The men's 85 kilo. To the table, representing Georgia, Elchin Binatov. And up against him, representing Bulgaria, Stefan Lengaro. Binatov and Lengarov, Georgia and Bulgaria, up to the semifinal table. And in this category now, stepping up weight, we have undefeated Ukraine Oleg Zok in the final. The man with a giant left arm. It's not that he cannot be beaten at all. He can. It just takes a very, very big and powerful arm wrestler, and there wasn't one in that size in the 85 today. So it's going to get Binatov or Lengarov, who gets to try again. And it is Lengarov who just does that so easily. Stefan Lengarov through to the final. We're on to the women's plus 80 kilo. The women's plus 80 kilo. Coming to the table representing Russia, Alina Samotoy. And up against her, representing Kazakhstan, Antonina Lisanskaya. Samotoy, Lisanskaya to the semi-final table. And Egle Vaitkuti, the superstar of Lithuania, waiting in the final for one of them. Lisanskaya has actually beaten Vaitkuti a year or so ago. Hasn't happened today, though. Lisanskaya just has to get past Samotoy here to get another attempt at Vaitkute. There's the call for the referee's grip. Shoulders in. Checking that they both want their thumbs covered by their fingers. And straight to a slip out, mid-table. I don't know if Samotoy has been close to upsetting Lisanskaya before. It's not much to tell from that slip out, really. It's just mid-table, both hands give a little bit away. And the straps are out, tying them together. Just look at the eyes on Lisanskaya and that slip out, the intensity. Looks like Samotoy is just a moment earlier off. Fingers closed down again. Lisanskaya hitting once, twice. There we are. It's all the way down there. Took the third hit, but there it is. Antonina Lisanskaya through to the final. We are in the men's 90 kilo. In the men's 90 kilo. Coming to the table, representing Russia, Alan Makiev. And up against him, also representing Russia, Sergei Bogoslovov. In the 90s, we have Evgeny Prudnik waiting undefeated in the final for one of these gentlemen. Makiev, Bogoslovov, all Russian semi-final. Makiev they both put out, Makiev and Bogoslovov have put out an amazing number of athletes. And this says the 90 again this year has been one of those extremely hard categories to call. There have been so many great names there, and who's coming in at top shape, who is bringing everything there. Well, they all bring everything they have, but who has most to bring? And I do think they actually did run into each other in the qualifier, and it was... No, I'm not going to say I'm sure as I was watching the matches, but I will say I was surprised by both Bogoslovov and Makiev's scalps as they continued dragging them up in this huge category. Ooh, and Makiev, so quick, and there's the straps. That is so quick. Makiev. I don't know what Makiev is trying to indicate. Oh, well, I see the point. Makiev is pointing his finger at Bogoslovov. Bogoslovov's hand is actually underneath, and he is letting go. But that is so quick. That is so lightning quick. It's a slip, middle of the table. And you would feel that in your hand, although it's very, very difficult to see it happen. Straps are on, and are we in the referee's grip as well, or are we just tightening down the straps? Here we are, the referee's grip. Oh! Makiev's elbow comes off in that start, and he asks for the straps to be reset. And WF head referee Leonard Harkless looks at his watch. And it's so much easier to gain a bit of angle when you have your elbow. He's actually outside the side of the pad. And it's just answering up to that sideways hit. That moves his arms sideways just too far. He's just gaining half an inch by doing that, and that half an inch could well be what actually gives him the advantage. The angle of his hand up against Boguslavov. Here we are, straps down again. Fingers down again. Second referee holding on to the hands, keeping them still as the head referee closes down the fingers. Not having anything move out of time. And there is the pin. Makiev all the way down. Alan Makiev through to the final. We are on to the 100 kilos. The 100 kilos. To the table, representing Kazakhstan, Georgi Zerano. And up against him, representing Ukraine, Aider Alivino. Zaranov, Aradinov, Ivan Matyushenko of Russia, undefeated, waiting in the final. Just keep amazing myself. Just as I read and say the names, just how amazing it is to see all these arm wrestlers gathered and the categories stacked to this level. That enormous hit from Zaranov, and Aradinov just holding on to it, not letting go. He shifted 10, 15 centimeters sideways, but then it's his turn, and it slips out. Tighten down. Let's try again. Oh, look at that slam in the straps. Georgi Zerano is through to the final. And we are on to the 110 kilos, the 110 kilo. And we have, representing Russia, Artem Grishin. And representing Georgia, Georgi Rostomashvili. Rostomashvili knew at this level I'm going to dare to say I haven't seen him up at the championships tables before. Grishin, well-known face though. Vitaly Laletin waiting in the final for one of them, undefeated. The amazing, amazing Russian arm wrestler. He doesn't even seem to have any trouble at all. Just rolling through to gold medal after gold medal. Just waiting. Ooh, and look at that power. What a perfectly executed arm wrestling match that is. Georgi Rostomashvili through to the final. And we have the plus 110. The plus 110, the heavyweights, heavy semi-final. To the table, representing Belarus, Dmitry Shmyko. And against him, representing Russia, Dmitry Silayev. The Georgian giant Levan Saginashvili undefeated through to the final in a dramatic heavyweight category today, where Gennady Krikvinia, one of the other favorites, the other Georgian in the category, well-known heavyweight arm wrestler, had an injury in his arm in the middle, I think in the first round, to be honest. He tried to catch a heavy hit from the Swedish puller Erik Fahlgren. Couldn't stop the hit, and while trying to break it just before the pin, I think it was a biceps tendon that snipped. There is the call for the straps. Silayev very, very quick, which also is Shmyko's exact emotions on there. Solving the problem, however, by not holding on, as he didn't quite catch the start. And that means we're going to try it in straps again. Silayev hitting over. It's quick, it's strong, it's Silayev. Dmitry Silayev through to the final. We have completed the semifinals. We have completed the semifinals, and we are moving to the finals. Moving to the World Championship left arm finals, back to the men's 55. The men's 55 kilo finals. Coming by the way of this semifinal after one loss in the qualifiers, representing Georgia, Levani Pogosiani. And undefeated through the qualifiers today at 20 years of age, representing Russia, Musa Bayramkulo. In the finals then, we have eliminated 1 out of 3 in every category, and we have 2 left. Pogosiani fighting his way through Urazbekov to get here, and Bayram Kulov ready for him in the finals. Looking for a start. Warning for Bayram Kulov for a false start there. Warning, false start for Bayram Kulov. This is a World Championship final. And jumping the gun is quite understandable against whoever's made their way to a World Championship final table. Oh, mid-table, and it's to the straps. It's through the straps. Pogosiani looking rather pleased with that. Pogosiani still fingers up there. He's not minding the strap though. Wrists have let go forward. And I will say that Bayram Kulov's wrist is so much stronger. Bayram Kulov is holding on, and Pogosiani trying to get away from that steel wrist. Back up to the middle of the table. It's a warning for Pogosiani, pulling. Oh, Pogosiani sideways. Oh, look at the power at that, and Bayram Kulov is fighting his way back over. Bayram Kulov dominating in the wrist. Look at the biceps on Bayram Kulov. It's bigger than he is. Over again. Pogosiani letting go of the peg. Second warning, letting go of the peg, and 1 foul. Second warning for letting go of the peg, and there's 1 foul. You're not allowed to let go of the peg with the other hand. It changes your position. Regripping it, and Pogosiani has 1 foul for pushing already. So, no, not a foul, sorry, 1 warning. And he is warned, and then the referee remembers that he has a prior warning, and that's a foul because there are 2 warnings there. And straps loosened and being brought up. This is the quality we want in a World Championship final. This intense. Back in then. It's a warning. It's not a referee's grip, so it's a warning. Elbow foul. So there's one foul each. One foul each for Bayram Kulov and Pogosiani. Second foul, and Pogosiani is given the win. Pogosiani takes the win and forces a rematch. Pogosiani takes a win and forces the rematch. And we will be back to that in a moment, because now it's time for the women's 50. The women's 50, and it has become a modern classic battle in arm wrestling. Coming with one loss in the qualifiers by way of the semifinals, representing Slovakia, Snezana Babayeva. And up against her, the lightweight powerhouse, representing Turkey, Ezra Kiraz. $50-kilo ladies arm wrestling has been all about these two ladies for the last year or two. And Kiraz beat Babayeva in the qualifiers early on today in one match and was overjoyed as that happened. And Kiraz going on about the slippiness at the back of Snezana's hand. I don't know why she would want any slippiness there. If she slips out, she's going to be strapped to Kiraz, and I'm sure that is not a better option. Referee's grip there. And did I just see Kiraz indicating she wanted a thumb up? Let's see if that closes down and we can see that as well. At the middle of the table. Thumbs down. No, thumbs down first, so it's not a thumb over. Into the inside, and Kiraz just blows through that. Ezra Kiraz takes the World Championship title. And we are back to the rematch of the men's 55. Back to the rematch of the men's 55-kilo. Welcome back to the table at a 1-1 score, Musa Bayramkulov and Levani Pogosiani. Pogosiani coming up there. Pogosiani just equaling the score. And that means that the advantage Bayramkulov had coming undefeated to the finals, all gone now. Direct decider, 1-1. Can he do it again? Can he do 2 wins in a row? Warning to Bayram Kulov for a false start. Bayram Kulov warned for a false start. Bogosiani obviously got him stressed. And it's a strap. No, there's a foul for Bogosiani. There's a foul for, no, sorry, there's a foul for Bayram Kulov. A foul for Bayram Kulov, and it's a warning and a foul for Bayram Kulov. And he is in trouble. Oh yeah, he's pulled off the front of the pad. He's off the front of the pad as he tries to control Bogosiani. And there we have the straps. Bogosiani looking down to his team and his coach, yelling supposedly important information to him. I just don't know that there's information that is actually going to help him, anything that he didn't know before. A little fist size between hand and shoulder. Oh, look at that. Domination there, but does he get all the way through? Oh, yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. Just look at that. Bayram Kulov takes the world title and helps Bogosiani on something in Bogosiani's arm. Didn't like that. Bayram Kulov takes the world championship title. We are on to the 60 kilo men's. Coming with one loss in the qualifiers by way of the semifinals. Representing Russia, Roman Tserekayev. Undefeated to the final table, representing Georgia, Imeda Chincharauli. Well, intense first lightweight final where Bogosiani was pulled out, and I think he got something in his arm. Something hurt him badly at the end as Bayram Kulov forced him to the pin. And another amazing Georgian now, Chincharauli, takes on Tserekayev. And power unloading, but there is a elbow foul for Tserekayev. And I am going to bet Chincharauli can do that again. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem whatsoever. And Tserekayev just shakes his head and smiles. Imeda Chincharauli is the world champion. We are on
to the women's 55 kilo. The women's 55 kilo, and with one loss in the qualifiers coming by way of the semi-final, representing Kazakhstan, Aygerim Karamanova. And undefeated to the final table, also representing Kazakhstan, Tatyana Verina.
Verina came in undefeated, and I don't think Karamanova can do anything about it now. Unless Verina decides to make it an all-day party with her teammate and let her into the game, but it's a bit of a prestige letting. Let's look at Verina's forearm there. This is a woman at 55 kilos weight, and that forearm is simply scary. Referee's grip called. Thumb down. Quick slip out, mid-table. No attempt to hold on from any of them. And we'll strap them together. Tighten down, and surely this is going to go Verina's way in the straps with all that power right there. Oh yes, there we are. Oh no, Karamanova's right there, getting some brakes on. Was that a pin? Yes, it was a pin, and there we are.
Tatyana Verina takes the championship title. We are on to the men's 65 kilo final. The men's 65 kilo final. Coming with one loss in the qualifiers by way of the semi-final, representing Kazakhstan, Vali Farajo. And undefeated to the final table, representing Russia, Oleg Cherkasov.
Cherkasov calmly stepping up to the table. Farajo with a bit of a battle with Khobayev in the semis, which Cherkasov didn't have to do due to the simple fact that nobody forced him. That is arm wrestling. It's all about not having your arm forced down. Referee calls them back in. Slip out to the straps. You see Farajov just tipping forward and allowing that slip out there. And it's not Cherkasov's hands giving way by any means at all. Look, Cherkasov holding on. Oh, look at that. That is just one size too big. Cherkasov. Cherkasov takes the world title. We move on to the women's 60 kilo final. The women's 60 kilo final. With one loss in the qualifiers, coming by the way of the semifinal, representing the Kingdom of Sweden, Victoria Karlsson. And undefeated to the final table, representing Russia, Ekaterina Afonina. Victoria Karlsson, rapidly developing Swedish arm wrestler, and it's just really up a notch from last year. And got through Barjo of Hungary in the semifinals. Afonina, however, I think is a taller order. And there is a reason she went through the categories undefeated. And you see Afonina not looking at all worried about this. Tura Karlsson should be wanting to go inside. She has a powerful hook inside. And there's nothing she can do about it. She can do nothing, and it is Afonina. Ekaterina Afonina takes the World Championship title. We are on to the senior men 70 kilo, the men 70 kilos. With one loss in the qualifiers, coming by way of the semifinal, representing Moldova, Daniel Prokopchuk. And undefeated to the final table, representing Lithuania, Mindaugas Tarasaitis. Prokopchuk, power arm wrestler. However, Mindaugas is an amazing combination of strength and arm wrestling skill. I think Tarasaitis does have the wrist, and he just needs to keep Prokopchuk away from the inside, and that's where Prokopchuk wants to go, and you can see he's already trying to get there. edging in. There's the call for the referee's grip. Gospodinov of Bulgaria losing to Prokopchuk in the semi-final was in third. Thumbs down. Fingers down. Oh! Domination from Tarasaitis, who's pointing a finger at Prokopchuk. I'm all with Tarasaitis on that one. Prokopchuk let go as his hand was folded backwards. They'll be strapped together though, so there's no escaping in the next development. Tarasaitis ever calm. He's 26 years old. Prokopchuk is 22. They weighed in at 69.3 and 69. Very seldom you see any weight given away in these categories. Fingers down. Oh, Tarasaitis didn't want to go inside, but he is controlling it there. Just keep giving Prokopchuk away from going all the way deep inside. And it's going to be a matter of who fades. Tarasaitis looking for a better grip, looking for a way to work around Prokopchuk's angle. Oh, and that is a pin. Yes, that is a pin.
And it's a sidebar. Referee is conferring. Get a signal from Prokopchuk's swing from the head referee. However, there's a sidebar on the development of that and what possibly happened. And it is simply a restart. Call is not communicated other than by signals. It's a restart. No foul awarded. And we will be looking for an explanation of that development later. Tarasaitis is very much a gentleman, would have some sort of basis for his complaint, obviously sustained by Lennon Harkness there. And save in development again. Prokopchuk
looking to go inside. Tarasaitis fighting away from that inside hook, keeping as much pressure as he can up against those fingers. Prokopchuk not about to let go of that position either, but he might be forced to in a moment. Tarasaitis breathing, setting up for an attack. Prokopchuk hitting up, forcing the rematch. Prokopchuk forces a rematch in the 70. Prokopchuk forces a rematch in the 70. We move to the ladies 65. We move to the ladies 65. With one loss in the qualifiers, coming by the way of the semifinal, representing Kazakhstan, Olga Slishevskaya. Undefeated to the final table, representing the Kingdom of Sweden, Fia Reise. Fia Reisek, undefeated, the ever happy, ever pleasant mother, 32 years of age. Steps up and looks, as always, just before a match, ever focused. Cracked normally into a smile after them, but before a match, it's stone-faced Reisek. Shoulder in. And it's a slip out to the straps. Reisek really favors pulling in straps, so escaping out of there with a slip is really not an extremely clever idea because, well, mind you might not have a choice. Slishevskaya getting away from Reisek's offense. There we are, back on. Fia Reisek, a cousin of the 11 times world champion Heidi Anderson. But for now in Sweden, Fia Reisek has taken over the Queen's crown. Reisek slams down in an explosion, and that's it. Fia Reisek is the world champion. And we are back to the rematch of the men's 70. The rematch of the men's 70 with one win each. Welcome back to the table, Mindaugas Tarasaitis and Daniel Prokopchuk. Tarasaitis just lost his advantage. And Prokopchuk is on a roll. 22 years of age. And so strong on the inside. And Tarasaitis is just going to have to find a way to keep him away from there, because on the inside, Prokopchuk is so comfortable. Looking for some thumbs in that grip. And there's the call for the referee's grip. Shoulder squared in again. And there's the fingers down. There are Prokopchuk's fingers. And straps again. Exactly same development. Tarasaitis dominating the wrist. Prokopchuk's wrist letting go. Slips out underneath. Not intentional. I will say Prokopchuk's hand is actually there. He wouldn't mind pressing with a flop wrist if he could just hold on. So now we tie them together again. Again, squared into the table. Intense now up at the table. Not a millimeter can go wrong. Tarasaitis, oh. Prokopchuk on the inside, far enough inside to be able to press that. Tarasaitis working upwards. Needs to be pushing his elbow forward. And look at Prokopchuk's pressure on there, and there's so much strain on it. And there it is. He turns it around, and Tarasaitis has to give in.
Daniel Prokopchuk is the world champion. We are on to the men's 75 kilo. The men's 75 kilo. Coming by the way of a loss in the qualifiers through the semifinals. Representing Georgia, Bet Kili Oniani. And undefeated to the final table representing Latvia, Krasovskis Vladislavs.
This is just a repeat of the under-21 final in the 75, Vladislavs and Oniani. 21 and 20 years of age. Doubling up on their older competitors here. Making the finals in the under-21 and then doing it in the seniors. Means they're arm wrestling for 4 days straight. There's actually a break in between there as the Masters have their competitions in between, but 4 days in a week. Slips out, mid-table. Yeah, and it is Vladislav's wrist letting go. See that start. Oniani's hand on top. Here we are, mid-table again. Middle of the table again. Oniani holding on Krasovski's, looking for an angle. And there is a foul for Krasovski's. Asking for the straps to be redone. Straps around the wrists. And I must say, I think Bitkili, Oniani looked so comfortable in the first start, although didn't move all the way in any direction. But it was Vladislav's looking for different angles, working his way around, trying to find somewhere more comfortable. As Oniani looked very comfortable right where he was. So Oniani coming in from the B side. He's way in there. Referees are in control, though he cannot have shoulder contact there. He's wanting to triceps presses down. Can he finish it that way? Oniani also right in there with him. You see that vein looks like it's about to pop on his forearm. Oniani working his way back up to the middle. He doesn't. Ooh. Oh, there, once more. Oniani does this defensively so well. And it's one thing to hold off, but he's going to have to. He gives it a little feel, gives it a little nudge. Sees if Vladislav is fading, and there's Oniani. And Oniani pins it all the way down and forces a rematch.
Oniani forces a rematch in the 75. Oniani forces a rematch in the 75. We are on to the women's 70. The women's 70 kilo. With one loss in the qualifiers coming by the way of the semi-final, representing Kazakhstan, Tatiana Rubina. Undefeated to the final table, representing Brazil, Gabriela Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos signaling she wants the platform raised. She is so strong. You get the impression that Trubina also knows how strong Vasconcelos is. It doesn't mean she's not going to have a go. But you don't get an air of confidence around her, do you? Vasconcelos slams over for the pin, and it's all over. Gabriela Vasconcelos takes the World Championship title with a slam. We are back to the rematch of the 75 kilo. The rematch of the 75 kilo with one win each. Welcome back to the table, Krasovskis, Vladislavs, and Betkili Oniani. Back in again now, Oniani on the left, having won the last match between them. Vladislavs has lost his advantage. Looking for a start. And again, it's a quick slip to the straps, and Krasovsky is going for a top this time, but Oniani slips out underneath. I'm going to agree with Vladislavs on the intent of Oniani there. It's a difficult call to make. It's so extremely quick. You see the backward motion as well. And the referees are not going to award a foul unless perfectly sure that that is what the athlete intended. Oniani once, twice hits, and there it is, and he turns it around. Betkili Oniani is the world champion. We are on to the men's 80 kilo. The men's 80 kilo final, coming with one loss in the qualifiers by way of the semifinal, representing Georgia, Zurab Halberidze. And undefeated to the final table, representing Bulgaria, Bozidar Simeonov. It's the first Bulgarian we see up in at the final tables. Gospodinov in the 70 was put out of the final by Prokopchuk. And we have a few names in the heavier weight waiting to step in as well. But there are a few names there that will be showing up as well. Simeonov, the first of the Bulgarians up to the final table though. Halberidze looked very strong in the semis. But that was against somebody else who had also lost once. There is a warning for Halberidze for false start. And it straps. It's a quick slip out. Halberidze hitting more backwards than sideways. It's not wanting to get caught by Simeonov. Replacing the strap. And here we go again. There we are, tightened down. Simeonov off, and they're on the inside, and Halberidze is where he wants to be. Oh, Simeonov going, pronating, turning it up more. There's some good arm wrestling right there, and there is the pin. And we are 80-kilo final, the women's 80-kilo final, with one loss coming through the qualifiers. By the way of the semifinals, representing Russia, Irina Makieva. And undefeated to the final table at 18 years of age, representing Kazakhstan, Oksana Izmanaya.
Now, I didn't see any of this in the qualifiers, but I do wish I had. Pismanaya is undefeated, 18 years of old. 18 years of age, that means she has beaten Makieva somewhere in the qualifiers, and that is just remarkable. I would say beyond remarkable. Irina Makieva's winning has been something that everybody's just assumed for the last 5 years. And there's the referee's grip as well. And Oksana Pismanaya has, from what it looks like now, changed that. And unless there was some unexplainable factor in the qualifiers, we're about to see. That's a foul. False start in the referee's grip. False start in the referee's grip. That is a foul. Pismanaya holding Makieva like that. That is incredible. That is unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that. That is unbelievable.
Oksana Pismanaya, the world champion at 18 years of age, defeating Irina Makieva. We move on to the men's 85 kilos. The men's 85 kilos. With one loss in the qualifiers, coming by the way of the semifinals, representing Bulgaria, Stefan Lengaro. And undefeated to the final table, representing Ukraine, Oleg Zok.
Oleg Zok, the man with the giant arm, stepping in. He's stepped up 10 kilos in weight. He weighed in here now at 81, so he's giving away 4 kilos to Lengarov. And to be honest, I think he was getting bored in the lower weight categories because his arm is immense. Look at that. Oleg Zok with that giant arm. But he's not unbeatable. He is not unbeatable in any way, but it is very, very difficult to do. And it's a quick slip out to the straps. And let's see if Lengarov can do anything in the straps against us. Well, I'm not seeing any of them fighting to hold on. Straps down here. Many say that Alexok could be making better use of that incredible hand and forearm than he is. He often ends up pulling in situations where he's not making the best use of it. He's asking for his strap a little bit reattached. Oh, sorry, not reattached, just move down his arm a little bit. Lengarov is no spring chicken. And he's the one who's earned the spot against Zok. Shoulders in. Oleg Zok just folds over, and that is that. Oleg Zok is the world champion.
Oleg Zok is the world champion of the 85. We are on to the women's plus 80. The women's plus 80. With one loss in the qualifiers coming by the way of the semifinal representing Kazakhstan, Antonina Lisanskaya. And to the table, undefeated in the qualifiers, representing Lithuania, Egle Vaikute.
Lisanskaya has shifted Vaikute before, and she has beaten her. And if there's anybody in the world who's capable of doing anything against the icon of Lithuania, it is Lisanskaya. Extremely powerful plus category in the ladies. Also a larger category than many years before. Women's arm wrestling is evolving and growing everywhere. Slip out to the straps. And tying them back together. Making it even more about power than without the straps. Straps are on. Now let's settle in. We are straightening wrists. Lisanskaya hitting. And Vaikute not looking like she's doing anything about it. She's just lost position, and there it is. Lisanskaya forces a rematch.
Antonina Lisanskaya forces a rematch. We are in the men's 90 kilo, in the men's 90 kilo final, with one loss in the qualifiers. Coming by the way of semifinals representing Russia, Alan Makev. And undefeated to the final table, representing Ukraine, Evgeny Prudnik.
One of the most anticipated finals of the day. It's all really extraordinary, though. Irina Makeyev's little brother, has become a top contender over the last years, and he has looked like a walking explosion all day in the qualifiers. Prudnik put a stop to him, though, once in the qualifiers, and no doubt intends to do so again. I wouldn't say attempted. He's got the advantage. He's got the A side. He needs one win only. There's a bit of fight for position, and we will probably end up with the referee's grip in a moment. Here we are. The referee's grip called. And Prudnik is back in. And there we are in the referee's grip. Hands held each other. Fingers down, and there's a foul for Prudnik. False start in the referee's grip. False start in the referee's grip. Back in. Thumbs down. And then we have the referee's grip and the straps. Referee's grip and the straps. Makiev taking his time out. In between, referees allowing it in the final. Normally in the qualifiers they'd be stricter with the walking away. There's the strap around Prudnik's arm. There's the strap around Makiev's. There's a bit of a fuss back and forward. It's still a referee's grip, so it's going to be tightened down in the middle. We are thumbs down. Makiev hits off. Prudnik gets the brakes on, turns it up to the middle. And there's a foul for Makiev. There's a foul for Makiev. And they have one each. They have one foul each. That is so strong. Prudnik stopping Makiev's attacking. You see Makiev coming off behind his pad to try and ward off the turn that Prudnik is about to do. In we go again. Prudnik correcting where he wants. The strap on his arm. Tighten down. Shoulders in then. Prudnik gaining better control there. Losing his hand though. And it's right in the middle. Is that Makiev working over there again? Prudnik keeping the pressure on. Makiev attacking Prudnik's wrist is gone. Prudnik's wrist is gone, but his arm is not. Oh, there's another attack. Markiev fighting it off, and you wouldn't believe the amount of power it takes to fight off. There it is. Evgeny Prudnik gets all the way to the pin, but he had to fight. Evgeny Prudnik is the world champion. And we are back to the women's plus 80. The women's plus 80 for the rematch. One win each. Welcome back to the table, Egle Vaitkute and Antonina Lisanskaya. Lisanskaya about to again pressure Vaitkute. She has beaten her and might very well be on track to doing it again. And the question is Vaitkute already thinking about the right hand and getting back there, or is she in this with her head to defend against Lisanskaya's left? To the straps. Straps are being tied down. A few years ago it was changed to a different way of applying the same strap, which equalizes it much more now. It's not much of an advantage or disadvantage in any direction. Oh, Lisanska's Kaya power is on. And Egle is only defending, not doing anything proactively, has lost it entirely, and there's not much she can do so, but she's not doing anything. She's just holding about, maybe just hoping that Lisanskaya will expire. And Lisanskaya turns it around and takes the title. Lisanskaya turns it around and takes the championship title. We are in the men's 100, the men's 100 kilos, with one loss in the qualifiers. Coming by the way of this semifinal, representing Kazakhstan, Georgi Zerano. Undefeated to the final table, representing Russia, Ivan Matyushenko. Zaranov looked very impressive against Alidinov in the semifinals. Matyushenko, though, without a loss, and he's about to show us why he is there. Matyushenko on the inside likes being there. And Zeranov is making life very difficult for him at the moment. There's pressure coming on. But this is so tight. Look at this, a bit of pronation coming up. Zeranov turning it back his way. And there's somebody's elbow coming off. And it is Matyushenko. The 100 kilo category, extremely large as well. So many people right in there. Matyushenko is no big surprise for the final. Zeranov is not as an obvious name here. At least not on paper before we started it. There we go. Oh! There we go, and Zeranov forces a rematch.
Georgi Zeranov forces a rematch in the 100. Zeranov forces a rematch in the 100. While they are catching their breath, we are on to the men's 110. The men's 110 with one loss in the qualifiers coming by the way of the semifinals. Representing Georgia, Georgi Rostomashvili. And undefeated to the final table, representing Russia, Vitaly Laletin.
Laletin actually has put on weight now for the Wolves. I'm going to say it's a bit of comfort weight as well. At Europeans, he rolled through the categories to double gold medals left and right, weighing in at 100, but pulling in the 110. So he's just had a bit more to eat. Elbow foul for Laletin and Rostomashvili. For the first time in years, somebody is putting up a decent fight against Vitaly Laletin. Oh, and there's a slip out. Laletin's wrist dominating as expected. And Rostomashvili bailing out, but it's an elbow foul before that slip. Yep, Laletin's elbow comes off before the slip. And there is the straps. Laletin not happy with that. And Rostomashvili, oh yeah. And not a popular call in the house. Not a popular call at all. And, oh no, that is a miscall. That is a misjudgment by the referee. Laletin not at all pleased with this. He's wondering.
What? Are Russia formally protesting?
Well, there is an upset in the room about that, and watching it on replay, I am going to join in the crowd's opinion about that. And if Laletin loses this, it is going to be a never-ending story of debate. And I think I saw that pin once more. Second foul for Laletin, and it is going to be a rematch.
Attention by way of 2 fouls, and there will be a rematch. There will be a rematch. There will be a rematch, and it is handed in as a formal protest. It's handed in as a formal protest, and they will handle that as we continue with the next final week. It is a formal protest, and we will handle it off stage. It's a formal protest, and it will be handled off stage as we continue with the rematch in the men's 110. It is a protest, and it will be handled off stage. Please take it off stage so I can continue. Tell Laletin to get off stage. Protest, but we will continue. The protest is being handled, and we will continue with the rematch. It is a formal protest, and we will continue with the rematch of the 100. We will continue with the rematch of the 100 as the protest is being handled. Welcome back to stage for now with 1 win each, Ivan Matyushenko and Georgi Zeranov. Rick, can you take it further away? It's protesting here. Ivan Matyushenko, Georgi Zeranov for the rematch in the 100. For the rematch in the 100. Welcome back to stage. The 110 is under protest and being handled. The 110 is under protest and being handled. Matyushenko, Zeranov.
Georgi Zeranov has taken the undefeated streak away from Matyushenko. 1, 2. And there it is. Zeranov turns it around. Georgi Zeranov takes the World Championship title. We will continue with the plus 110. We will continue with the plus 110 final. The 110 is still being handled. In the plus 110 kilo, with one loss in the qualifiers, coming by the way of the semifinals, representing Russia, Dmitry Silayev. And undefeated to the final table, representing Georgia, Levan Saginashvili. Now this match might look on camera like a slight mismatch, and I will give you that Levan Saginashvili is a huge favorite and undefeated. But do not underestimate Dmitry Silayev. The young Siberian packs a wicked attack, supported by lots and lots of strength. Huh?
So there'll be a rematch.
Yeah.
East side guy won.
Saginashvili, Silayev at the table. Quick slip out and we'll tie them together. Saginashvili weighing in at 160 kilos. Silayev at 136. It's also been a very, very large category. There's been a lot of extremely powerful pullers. And we're simply looking for a longer strap. Longer strap and just huge big hands to try and get the strap around. They have been strapped in earlier today. There now, tighten down. Levan Saginashvili, Dmitry Silayev. Saginashvili catching it up and no problem taking the title.
to the senior men 110. The protest has been denied, and it is a rematch. It's 1-1 between Laletin and Rostomashvili. The protest has been denied, and it's a 1-1. The deciding rematch. Welcome back to stage, Vitaly Laletin, Giorgio Rostomashvili.
Żołd! 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 Risto!
On the table. Giorgio Rostomashvili on the table and Vitaly Laletin back up there. The protest was denied, so the first win stands, and it's 1 win each. It's 1-1. It is a rematch. Laletin, Rostomashvili.
Very, very unpopular call, and I'm going to be with the crowd on this one. There it is, Vitaly Laletin.
Vitaly Laletin is the world champion, and he corrects whatever call was made by proving the point with a clear pin. Vitaly Laletin takes the world championship title. We have finished the finals. We have finished the finals, and we will be doing the award ceremony in a few minutes. We will be doing the award ceremony in a few minutes' time as we set up stage. Please stay with us and celebrate the world champions.
drágád a fény kell a kamera miatt. Én ezt csak ezt van az első.
This year, 55 kilos. In third place, representing Kazakhstan, Mete Urasbeko. In second place, representing Georgia, Ivani Pogosiani. And the champion, representing Russia, Musa Bayakuro. the world champion. We are on to the women's 65. The women's 65. In third place, representing Slovakia, Gia Dentarova. In second place, representing Kazakhstan, Olga Stryszewskaja. And the world champion, representing Sweden, Fia Reisek. We move to the men's 75. The men's 75 kilo. In third place, representing Kazakhstan, Maxim Shamiev. In second place, representing Latvia, Krasovskis Vladislav. And the champion, representing Georgia, Petiri Omiani. Petiri Omiani is the world champion. We move to the women's 70 kilos. The women's 70 kilos. In third place, representing Hungary, Ina Irakli. In second place, representing Kazakhstan, Tatiana Rubina. And the champion, representing Brazil, Gabriela Vasconcelos. kilometers. In third place, representing Russia, Sergei Bogoslovo. In second place, also representing Russia, Anna Makeyev. And the champion, representing Ukraine, Evgeny Rudnik. Sayın